funny, and now you can go away. Or you can stay if you want, because Red Durkin is a very funny transsexual. Alright, to get us started, we have an opening act. The opening act's name is Donna Ostrowsky. Donna is New York's hottest upcoming comic, and this is her first time performing. Her first short story, The Queer Experiment, was recently published in the collection by Topside Press.
Which is available for sale.
And it's available for sale, is that right?
Yes.
Do you have copies? Okay. Donna lives in Brooklyn with her 2, and by the way, 2 is written out, but then in parentheses it's 2, also, in case I wasn't sure what number that was, cats. Her favorite pie is blackberry, so give it up for Donna Ostrowsky.
I am tall. Testing. Sorry, excuse me, whenever I get in front of a microphone, I have to find my female voice. So, it's hard without the tapes. Somebody got that. I heard like 2 people. Yeah, it's the only product available, basically. Alright, so now we'll start talking about things that everyone knows about. Not just trans ladies. So yeah, the hurricane, that happened, am I right? Sorry, I feel like I'm leaning down. I'm like too tall. I have notes, and I have a drink, and I have a microphone. I'm juggling. This is a juggling performance of stand-up comedy. Okay, so Hurricane Sandy. Sandy, was it? Was that its name? Yeah. I wasn't really following it. I was at home for most of it. Right before it made landfall, I made sort of a last-minute run to Walgreens, and I got Fig Newtons and beef jerky and dark chocolate-covered peanut M&Ms and Starbucks energy drinks. But when I was there, I noticed that all the bread and like the still water, what do you call it, flat water? I sound like really rich, don't I, right now? I'm like the flat water that comes out of the tap, out of the non-sparkling tap. But yeah, so I noticed like all of the bread and staples and water was gone, and I just sort of realized everyone else is really stupid. Like, there were people at home eating bread and water. I was eating beef jerky and M&Ms. I am really sad that they canceled the marathon because I was going to run in it. That's just a joke. I would never do that. I guess, like, I'm assuming that everyone here knows me personally. Which basically you do. Last night I invented a new dish. It's a very simple recipe. It's elbow macaroni, and maple syrup and hot sauce, and I call it pasta a la depression. I have some gross habits. People ask me, Donna, why would you eat your own scabs? And I tell them, it's because every once in a while, you get one that tastes like shrimp. Like, no one in this room knows that, because you've probably eaten scabs like 9 times. But it's like the 10th time, it tastes really good. I eat other gross stuff. I'm pretty gross. I put butter on cookies. That's not even a joke. That's just like a confession. Like, I have bought cookies at the grocery store and then just like spread margarine on them because they weren't cookie enough. I could never date anyone with a ragweed allergy because I just love ragweed so much. Like, I could never give it up for someone. It's like a deal breaker for a relationship. My grandfather used to tell us how during the Depression his family didn't have a pot to piss in, so they had to use each other's mouths. It was hard times. It's just an observation. It's hard to make friends when you never learned how to wipe. That's something I struggle with, in addition to being a transsexual. Because my butt is poopy all the time. So I used to own a business actually, but it went bankrupt. And I told the bank, look, you can't draw blood from a stone. And they said, then why did we give you $250,000 for a blood quarry? My girlfriend had to tell me how to say it 3 times, and I think I said it wrong. I was saying it like quarry, but quarry's right.
What did you say?
Did I say query? I'm sorry. My girlfriend was right. As always, she just has to be. She has to be, it's a rule. I'm just kidding. We get along really well. I fall down the stairs a lot. That's not the right room for this. Okay, I'm sorry. Feminism, I'm a feminist, I'm just kidding. So I'm a dreamer. I play the lottery every week, and I already have a list of what I'm going to do when I win. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out all of my felt tip pens and just start going cashmere tips. Because why live in the gutter? I think something I'd like to do someday, career-wise, is coach gymnastics. Because when one of the kids screwed up, you could go, nice going, stretch wrong, strong. I'm like 40 years old, so I'm the only one that knows of this toy. It was also pretty bad. It was a pun. His name wasn't Wrong Strong, it was Armstrong. A lot of people say that America's schools are falling behind, but on the other hand, how many German kids, they're pretty high in the ranks, how many German kids can spell Mississippi? Not that many. We can, pretty much every child. You're not laughing because it's just true. You all know how to spell Mississippi. Products of a great education system. I'm largely unknown in the South, so I can pretty much debut whenever I want to, which is nice. If you grew up there, and you missed the date, but I can just be like, oh, I'm a 16-year-old Southern girl, or I don't know, when do they have it? When they debut, I don't know when they debut, after their first period, it's like, the sheet is red, you may put on a dress and dance. I don't know. Things are going pretty well for me in the love department. I got my lovely girlfriend, and don't want to jinx anything, and I also don't want to, be too nasty or whatever, but let's just say that the Department of Love is switching to an open office layout, and we're getting a new snack machine by the bathrooms on the 3rd floor. So, you all know, we're all adults here, we know what that means, new snack machine. Love does hurt sometimes, but that's what I get for dating a pineapple. As a trans woman, I have to be very creative with my body anyway, so it's an adjustment, but it's not that big adjustment to have sex with a pineapple, because trans. Be like the rest of America and laugh when I say trans. You should just be laughing at me because I'm trans. You're doing a terrible job. This is not a microcosm of America. You are not patriots. Oh, no one's supposed to say oh. I want uproarious laughter. I crave validation. So, back in my day, I was pretty popular. I had to beat them off with a stick. Because back then, you weren't allowed to touch the penis directly. Sort of like chopsticks. I'm as kosher as the next girl, but there is nothing in the Torah that says a lobster can't be a moil. It's like airball, it's one of those things. The rabbi should have thought of it and closed that loophole because it's happening. I support it. I have a lobster that I rented. Anyway, tell you a little joke. A guy walks into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve your kind. And the guy says, why not? And the bartender says, because we're super racist. not so much a joke as like a story about like a really bad bar that you wouldn't want to go to. If you traveled back in time to England in the year 500 AD and you asked everyone what their favorite muffin was, they wouldn't even answer you because no one spoke English back then. So you'd just be, you wouldn't know. I don't even know if they had muffins, frankly, because that requires some pretty significant baking technology. And they were just, they were in the mud back then. They weren't in the kitchen, like I should be right now, as a woman. If I ever have kids, I can choose to have kids or not. I'm a feminist. If I ever have kids, I'm gonna make them eat all organic food. None of that, plastic hamburgers and fried eggs, even if they make it themselves in their little kitchen. I'm sorry, but that's just not healthy. It needs to be organic. Everyone's like, I don't like that joke. Organic is real. Organic is better than other organic food. That's not even organic. It's not certified. I'm sorry. I'm just like turning on you for no reason. You've been very nice. Got another joke for you. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he had serious problems at home. Or I guess it would be she. She had problems at home. She crossed the road. Fucked that up with the pronoun. I fucked up a pronoun. Can you believe it? Me? Fucking up a chicken's pronoun? It's just, oh, God. I have to process with myself later. It's gonna be awkward. Ornithologists hate him. Local man identifies all birds with this one weird trick. I'm tired of seeing that ad, honestly. I will just fucking take a picture of my phone and fucking look it up later. Windows is always telling me, it's always saying, it's important to use genuine Windows software. I get that pop up all the time. It's important to use genuine Windows software. And I'm like, it's also important to kiss my ass. Fucking Windows. I'm a pirate. I'm a trans pirate. That's right. Giggle nervously. Do I mean I have a cutlass? Maybe. Maybe I get set off when people don't laugh at my jokes. And I swing on ropes at them and my gold teeth fall out. So I have some good your mom jokes. I know those aren't as popular as they were, in the late 90s or whenever they were popular. I guess they're always popular.
Always.
Mothers are a sore point. Especially your mother. Sore. That's not even written down. I didn't even write that before. A sore point. You should use that. If someone's I'm sorry, but my mother's just sort of a sore point. You're like, yeah, I gave her this sore point. Her point is sore. Anyway, so here's some good ones. Your mom is like the L train, full of hipsters in the middle of a weekday. What? No. Everyone's like, I'm not a hipster. I ride the L train. Oh, grown. Oh. Your mother is is Stillwell Avenue. If you fall asleep in Brooklyn, you'll probably wake up inside her. It's happened. The people that are laughing, it's happened. And then the best one for New York's most hated line. Your mom is like the G train. She's always in church or court, and it takes her 45 minutes to come. I'm gonna sing a song for you now that Bob Dylan wrote. Well, she takes just like RoboCop, and she makes love just like RoboCop, and she breaks. Makes love, and she aches just like RoboCop, but she breaks just like ED 209. It's a great movie, people. Watch it, and then call me on my phone. I'll give out my number after the show. Ask me to tell me the joke again, and you will die. Oh my god. My vision of the apocalypse is robots and humans hugging out their problems. Only the robots hug too hard. That's why it's the apocalypse. We're like, we're sorry we gave you sentience, but expected you to perform menial tasks. And they're like, it's okay. Ugh. They just don't know their own strength because they're robots. There is nothing like a regular bath after a bloodbath. My grandfather, getting back to him, he's a character. My grandfather used to tell the best World War II stories up until Simon Wiesenthal caught up to him. Maybe he shouldn't have told so many. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, the Holocaust too soon. Oh my god, it was like 70 years ago. Isn't genocide funny now? What does that say about us if we can't laugh at murder? Something good, probably, and something very bad about me. Okay, I'm no fascist, but say what you will about Mussolini. I'm a gin spiller, though. Say what you will about Mussolini, but he made the organ grinder monkeys dance on the beat. No one. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is all like RoboCop and like Italian fascism. Like, I am the hipster that Kelly said you wouldn't have to deal with. I'm sorry. Chimpanzees. Not on the endangered species list, but on the naughty species list. They're just full of mischief. With a lifespan that tops out at about 17 years, horseshoe crabs truly are the Richie Valens of the animal kingdom. We're dead people. Oh man, this is just, I'm looking at this list now, it's like dead person, genocide, dead person. I'm just kidding. I have some nice jokes. Animal Cops. Anyone watch that show?
Yeah.
Animal Precinct? Yeah. I can't really, people were recommending it to me. I can't really watch it. It hits too close to home for me because I used to be a fungus paramedic. So it's just like, it's almost too similar and there's a lot of like trauma there. PTSD. Please don't laugh. This is just sort of like a confession in lieu of therapy. X-Files.
Yeah.
I wrote a joke about the X-Files. Everyone loves the X-Files. My favorite episode of the X-Files is the one where Scully thinks she's constipated, but then it turns out to be spiders. And Mulder was telling her from the beginning, he's like, it's spiders. And she's like, Mulder, there are 1,000, you know, every civilization has their version of like anal spiders. And Mulder's like, exactly, why do you think they all have the same legend? And then, just have, you know, Scully, get with the program. If he says it's spiders in your butt, it's spiders in your butt. Sorry. The joke went on way too long. I created an advertising slogan for a product that does not yet exist, but I'll try it out on you. Kids love it because it tastes like candy. Moms love it because it's poison. It's for like a target demographic that's not... Like, every ad is always for, like, mothers who care about their kids. It's like, you care about your child, so don't you want your child to have the best, like, hand soap? But, like, what about the parents that don't care about their children? Where's their targeted advertising? Anyway, just an FYI, if two women touch the tips of their Go-Girls together, they're gay. Like, don't mean to be essentialist about it, but yeah, go girls. Don't let them touch unless you're a homo. I'm gay too, it's okay. Anyway, I didn't actually realize I was gay until I hit puberty and my skin started turning plaid and my vagina turned into a catcher's mitt. Which, you know, they never prepared me for. I think we should have sex education early. Because I had my sights set on third base, all of a sudden catcher's mitt. What am I going to do with that? In France, this is a fun trivia fact. In France, they call French kissing tongue fisting. They don't call it French kissing. Another fun fact about France, they have over 10 words that mean sad, but only one word that means baguette. Just shows you something about them. Another interesting fact of Europe is that before rice was introduced to Italy in the 15th century, their staple food was roni, the Francisco treat. And I think I've had a really beautiful time up here, so I want to sing a song to thank you. It's like, something unpredictable, but in the end was rice. I hope you had the starch of your life. And that's it for me.